Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Will and welcome to my channel where I go over all things credit card rewards, travel, and a little bit of personal finance. So be sure to hit that little red subscribe button for more videos. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over Citi versus Chase versus Amex, kind of at a higher level, but I thought it'd be an interesting question to ask my subscribers. So I did a poll on my channel asking if they had to choose just one credit card issuer for all of their travel credit card needs, who would it be? And it was pretty much in line as to what I thought it would happen. So Chase won with 57% of the vote. Amex came in second at 39%, but Citi only got 4%, coming in third place. And that's kind of what was a little surprising for me. I thought Citi would do just a little bit better, maybe like 10% of the vote, but only 4%. So that's about 4 or 5 people who voted for Citi. So if you did vote for Citi, or if that's one that you choose, let me know down in the comments why. And in this video, I'm just gonna go over, my thoughts on each of the card ecosystem and the biggest benefit, the biggest draw as to why someone may want to get it. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Let's go ahead and talk about Citi first. So for me, the biggest reason why I would jump to a Citi lineup is going to be definitely that Citi Prestige card. So it's a $500 annual fee card, but with that, you get that $250 travel credit, which cuts the annual fee in half. And then you get the 5X back on restaurants, a 5X back on airlines. And the biggest benefit for me is definitely going to be that 4th night free that you get twice per year when you book a hotel through the Thank You portal. Now that 4th night free can give you a huge amount of value depending on your travel habits and what type of hotels you stay in. So of course, the more expensive hotels will give you, bigger value than say something like a Holiday Inn. But it's definitely a great benefit to have. Now the reason why I haven't jumped into the Citi Prestige card yet is specifically because I don't really have a use for it in the coming future and within the next year or so. I'm not really a person that stays in hotels a lot unless I'm using points, and specifically not very expensive hotels. So for me, I'm not sure if I would get enough. I think I would get value. I want to get a huge amount of value with the card if I were to get it right now. And I will say sometime in the future that could change, but sometime in the future the card itself could change as well. We know that Citi just went through a bunch of changes with their cards this year in 2019. So they revamped the Citi Prestige card. They drove SEBI to temporary madness when they slashed the benefits for the insurances and travel protections on all of their cards. And then, they just added the double cash card as a thank you point earner. So a lot of changes just this year for Citi. So who knows what's going to be like in a couple years. But that, again, the main reason I would get Citi is for that Citi Prestige card. Now looking at Amex and Chase, now this one was definitely pretty close for me. I am in both ecosystems. I'm, full lineup for Amex pretty much and a full lineup for Chase. So I am in both ecosystems. And then it was, like I said, very hard decision for me. But for me, Chase does kind of edge out Amex a little bit. So let's go ahead and talk about Amex first and the biggest benefits for that card system. Now for Amex, I would say the biggest thing that it has going for is definitely gonna be the transfer partners. So it has like 21, 22 different transfer partners, and it shares a lot of transfer partners with Chase and Citi. They only have, I think, about like 10 or 12 each. So about half of what Amex has. So you definitely can get a lot of good redemptions with Amex. You have a lot of different options. If you're someone that wants to fly a specific airline partner, Amex will probably have it for you. It's just a matter of doing the research and finding that. So that's the main benefit I see with Amex. In addition to that, it's the transfer bonuses that you get with when you actually transfer your points out. So throughout the year, they're going to throw out bonuses for certain airlines and hotels. I think right now you can transfer your Amex points to Flying Blue as well as JetBlue at a 25% bonus. And then I think last month they had a bonus of 30% for Marriott. So they do these bonuses pretty often. So then you can get a lot of value with that. Now, in addition to that, the Platinum card itself could be a huge reason to get into the Amex ecosystem. It's pretty much a card where it gives you, status on everything. It gives you really great lounge access. So that might be another big benefit for Amex. And then finally, using eBay. So, someone brought that up in my live stream when I went over this last night. And, Ebates can definitely give you a lot of points if you do a lot of shopping online. But even with all that, I would still say that Chase just, like I said, it just edges out Amex for me if I had to choose, just one card system. So let's go and talk about Chase now. So I have been with Chase for the longest, and I think that's pretty, normal for most people who are in this travel reward credit card game. That's because of the Chase 524 rule, but I have gotten a lot of great value with Chase. So the first benefit that I can think of with Chase is going to be one specific transfer partner, and that is the Hyatt. So I've gotten a tremendous amount of value with the Hyatt, and Chase is his only transfer partner. So with the Hyatt, I've probably valued those points at about 3 cents per point, me specifically, and that's because I've gotten just tremendous amount of redemption. So I have a trip coming up to Japan in March, and with that, I'm getting about 3.5 cents per point. And you're not going to get that with Hilton, Marriott, or IHG. Those are like below 1 cent per point. So having the Hyatt as a transfer partner is definitely going to be a huge benefit for Chase. Now, the next reason why I like Chase is because of the card lineup itself. So card lineup for me, I definitely get a lot more points when I'm using my cards for all my spend when I'm using strictly Chase. So I do have a spreadsheet I'm just gonna go through very quickly just to show you guys how many more points that I get. So here's the spreadsheet, it just kind of has all my spend in there. And on a monthly basis, I'm getting about 1,300 more points with Chase when compared to Citi, and about 1,200 more points when compared to Amex. So, and that might not sound like a lot, but over a course of a year, it does add up. So at the end of the year, I'm getting about 15,000 more points when compared to Citi, and about 14,000 more points when compared to Amex. Now, Amex, again, like I said earlier, Ebates is another way that you can accumulate points. So I would say Amex and Chase, when I take that into consideration, it's about the same, to be perfectly honest with you. But when you look at some of these sign-up bonuses, now that is a huge difference. So for Citi, you can only get that one sign-up bonus for all your Thank You point cards over a 24-month period, which is pretty ridiculous. But with Chase, you can get all of these different cards and get all of the sign-up bonuses, and that is just a tremendous amount of value. Amex is not bad either. It's just, less amount of, Amex membership reward cards that you can get that offer, a pretty high bonus. So they do have referral fees, but it's a little bit harder to get referral fees if you don't have a pretty large network to begin with. All right, so that's the second reason why I choose Chase. Not a, big reason, but it is there. Now, the third reason, I would say the main reason that I like Chase over the other card ecosystem is because of the Chase Travel Portal and the 50% bonus that you get when you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. And I've gotten a tremendous amount of value with this. So the Chase Travel Portal is good when you're booking domestic flights, on non-busy times. So if you're flying just, a random week and not during a holiday, using the Chase Travel Portal, especially if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, is a great way to use your points, because if you transfer your points out, you're not going to really get, that great of value with the airlines. It'll be a little something, but it'll be pretty much in line with what's offered on the Chase Travel Portal, and that's just easier to use. Now, if you're flying during the holidays, you got Thanksgiving coming up, you got Christmas coming up, that may be a good time that you want to transfer your points out to the airline. You might be able to find a better redemption rate than using the Chase Travel Portal. Now, the second thing is, of course, hotels as well. Again, you don't get a lot of great value when you transfer your points out to the hotels. But if you book the hotel through the Chase Travel Portal, you're going to get that, 1.5 cents per point, just like that. And then, we talked about the Hyatt already. So second good use of the Chase Travel Portal. And finally, the third reason is going to be when you have a flight deal. So I do use Scott's Cheap Flights. I get emails every day, 2 or 3 emails of different flight deals out of Atlanta or throughout the United States to different places around the world. And I'm not gonna say abused, but I've really taken advantage of this. So just, my flight to Japan coming up in March, I use a flight deal plus a Chase Ultimate Reward Portal, a Chase Travel Portal in order to book that. And it cost me 77,000 points for both my wife and I round trip on economy. And that is a crazy good redemption. So if I were to try to redeem my membership reward points with Amex to fly to Japan, they have a great transfer partner for Japan, and that's ANA. And it only costs you 55,000 points in order to fly economy from the United States to Japan. That's really good. That's a really good redemption rate. But 55,000 for one person, plus you got to pay taxes, so another $180 or so. So that would take 110,000 points plus $360 with Amex membership reward points when compared to the Chase redemption I just got at about 77,000 points and no additional cash coming out of my pocket. So, really being able to take advantage of that is definitely going to be a huge deal for me. And that's just based on my own personal, travel deal or travel habits, I guess you can say. I don't necessarily, need a specific airline I need to fly onto. As long as I can get to the place I want to go to, great. But I will say Amex, I am accumulating a lot of those points so I can do that really, once in a lifetime type flight on some type of, $10,000 first class flight sometime in the future. So that's why I like Amex. But if I had to choose just one, the flexibility of having a Chase Eco card system is definitely great. And then if for some reason something happens to me and I can't travel anymore, Chase has the, easy downgrade path. So you can downgrade all of your travel cards to the $0 or 0 annual fee cards at no, it's just that easy to do. With Amex, you can't really do that. Citi, I'm actually not sure about. I think you can do that with Citi, but that's another little benefit that I have for both, I guess, Chase and Citi. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's why I choose Chase. Again, I'm in Chase and Amex, but I had to choose Chase if I had to choose just one. But let me know down in the comments below which you would choose and tell me why. Is it Chase? Is it Amex? Is it Citi? You can vote on this as well. The poll is up on my channel, so feel free to do that if you want to do that as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe and like for more videos, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.